you are, boy, because you're me.
Imagine the face of the hero in your favorite Marvel movie. Now imagine if that face was completely different. The faces of the superheroes in Marvel movies have become almost as important as their stories. We have the actors behind these faces to thank for making our favorite superheroes as lovable and awesome as they are. What would the Marvel movie universe look like if other actors had been cast as your beloved hero instead? Would your favorite still be the same?
Best scripts I've ever read, but I'm sure whoever does it's gonna have a great time doing it.
Timothee is well known as Hollywood's freshest heartthrob, but what you might not have known about the young actor is that he was almost cast as your favorite Spidey hero in place of Tom Holland, who eventually landed the role.
Oh, you're the Spider-Man, you're the Tom Holland guy, right? I'm like, no.
The young actor recalls his extreme nerves at the auditions, stating to The Hollywood Reporter, "I read twice and I left sweating in a total panic. I called my agent, Brian Swardstrom, and I said, 'Brian, I thought about this a lot and I have to go back and knock on that door and read again.' Despite all of his nerves around the role, it was determined that Spider-Man wasn't quite for him, and the decision to cast Tom Holland was finalized."
It's a dream for an actor.
This young starlet had expressed a great amount of interest in playing the Scarlet Witch after Marvel claimed to be using her as the model for the role. Talk about a compliment.
So it was kind of a dream for me to get to actually live that out.
Saoirse stated, "I love Joss, and I love those films, and I love his handle on them and how he portrayed these kinds of superheroes. So yeah, I'd love to be in it." But that didn't quite work out for the young actress, as Elizabeth Olsen clearly took her place as the superheroine instead. Just imagine what WandaVision might have been like if Saoirse had the role instead. Emily Blunt was initially supposed to be in Iron Man 2 as the Black Widow, but as fate came to have it, the role just didn't work out for the actress. She was faced with some serious scheduling conflicts, as the Marvel movie was in production at nearly the same time as her other project, Gulliver's Travels, and this project won, as she had a pre-existing deal with the production team. So, ultimately, due to scheduling conflicts, Blunt had to pass up the role as Black Widow, letting Scarlett Johansson swoop in and secure the character instead.
I think it went really well.
Amandla decided not to take this role because she felt that it was better suited to a dark-skinned black actress. After going through part of the audition process, she realized her mistake in going for the role and pulled out. She stated, "That was really challenging to make that decision. But I have no regrets. I recognize 100% that there are spaces that I should not take up. And when I do take up space, it's because I've thought really, really critically about it."
I'm interested in bringing Black narratives to screen.
Seyfried turned down the role of Gamora because of the intense body makeup,
I didn't want to be green.
which she recalled Jennifer Lawrence struggling with for X-Men. She also thought that the Guardians of the Galaxy movie series would be a flop she didn't want to be associated with. She said, "I didn't want to be part of the first Marvel movie that bombed. I said, who wants to see a movie about a talking tree and a raccoon?" Which is clearly, I was very wrong. Surprise, another famous actress was also considered for the character of Gamora. The role of Gamora was originally offered to Olivia Wilde, though it has become very unclear as to why the actress didn't take the role. She has not made any comments about why she has passed it up, or if she had been denied the role in the end. All we know now is that Zoe Saldana made an impactful performance in the role instead, and we're grateful for that casting choice.
Touch me, and the only thing you're gonna feel is a broken jaw.
Tom Hiddleston has revealed to Jimmy Fallon that he never even actually tried out for the role of Loki. Instead, the actor had initially auditioned to be Thor himself, but was actually cast as his adoptive brother in the end. Just imagine Tom Hiddleston in Chris Hemsworth's place as the Norse god. What an odd switch that would be.
I think we can all agree that they cast the right actor.
We're definitely thankful that the two actors ended up in the roles they did, or the Marvel Universe wouldn't be the same. To our surprise, Liam Hemsworth also tried out for the role of Thor, just like his brother. Differently than his sibling, though. Liam found a lot of success in his initial audition, getting callbacks and hearing good responses.
He basically got down to last 4 people.
His brother, Chris, actually had to have his manager negotiate with the studio to give him a second chance in trying out for the role. Talk about awkward sibling drama.
We still don't talk that much.
Although the actress never quite revealed which role she had been being considered for in the Avengers, she claims to have been offered a role, which Time has narrowed down to Agent Maria Hill. The actress has said that her manager has not pushed her enough to land her a major role in the film.
It was an issue and it affected me.
In the end, this role was eventually played by Kobe Smulders. When John Krasinski comes to mind, so does his character Jim Halpert from The Office. Am I right?
I don't think any of them actually know my real name.
Krasinski made it pretty impressively far into the audition process for Captain America. He even made it to costuming, where he tried on the captain fit and saw cast members walking around behind the scenes.
I gotta say, for a split second there, I was feeling really good about myself.
It was only then did he realize for himself that he just wasn't quite cut out for the role. So he dropped out of the audition process.
This is how my Captain America would go. Hello, America.
Sebastian Stan, the actor who plays Bucky in Captain America, wasn't always considering the role. Originally, Stan tried out to be Captain America, or Steve Rogers himself, but was ultimately denied the role. Instead, he was offered the role of Bucky, which he luckily thought was a much better role. In the end, we're just happy that he was happy with the character. Sam Rockwell, Robert Downey Jr.'s co-star in Iron Man 2, was initially offered a spot to audition for Tony Stark by director Jon Favreau himself. He offered him a test screening as well, providing the director's original passion for casting Rockwell as the Iron Man.
It was a crazy experience, you know.
This casting choice clearly didn't work out, as RDJ clearly rocks the role better than any other actor could. Game of Thrones star Jason Momoa was looking to play the Guardians of the Galaxy character Drax, but was cut from this opportunity after having failed negotiations for higher pay. More than just this, Momoa wanted to diversify his casting a little bit and keep away from the shirtless, brooding types that he has been typecast in over and over again.
Hey, there's no need to get personal.
He decided to take his career in a different direction and forego the role of Drax to do so. It is reported that Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman tried out for the role of the Guardians of the Galaxy character Drax, too.
So I didn't know what it was, and I only had a few pages.
Wouldn't it have been insane to see the Black Panther as Drax instead? Sadly, Boseman was ultimately denied the role, with it going to Dave Bautista instead. He stated that he was grateful for the failed audition, despite not landing the role, because it paved the way for him to land the lead of Black Panther in the future.
I feel like that was one of the moments when they were like, hey, we can use him later.
This comedic actor, Adam Sandler, was considered for the role of Rocket Raccoon, alongside other famous comedian Jim Carrey. What an interesting mashup of actors! The role was eventually given to Bradley Cooper in place of Sandler or Carrey, giving the character a bit more of a serious note than the two comedian actors would probably have been able to deliver.
Well, that's intense.
All of our favorite Marvel films would not be the same if these actors played our favorite characters instead. The next time you watch your favorite Marvel movie, imagine these actors in the place of the ones you see on screen, and think about how big of a difference just one casting decision could make. Thanks for watching!